out a shortcut you can use in math that's going to make this strategy of modeling repeated subtraction for division a lot easier. And that is by using doubling. And so we're going to practice right now a little bit of doubling.
I thought I was going to tell my riddle.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and share, tell your riddle, and then I'll share a whiteboard and we'll do some doubling. Go ahead.
3 doctors said that Bill was their brother. Bill says he has no brothers. How many brothers does Bill actually has?
None.
Okay.
It's hey guys, go to the chat and put in your guesses for that one.
None is part of the answer though.
I think, what's that?
None.
I think it's the same as that theory that you had the other day when you did the one.
That took a long time.
Yeah, you were spinning and spinning. So the riddle that, Liam, say it again, okay?
Okay. 3 doctors said that Bill was their brother. Bill says he has no brothers. How many brothers does Bill actually have?
Don't tell people if I'm right. Just read it yourself, Liam.
Wait, read it again. What? I can't hear because my sister's talking over me.
3 doctors said that Bill was their brother. Bill says he has no brothers. How many brothers does he actually have?
Anybody have a guess? Think about who your doctor is.
What?
Think about who your doctor is.
What?
Do you have a doctor, Liam, that you go to? Is your doctor a man or a woman, Liam?
It's a mix.
It's a mix? Your doctor is half and half?
No, it's like it's either a girl or like.
Oh, you don't know. It's not always the same doctor.
Yeah, but.
All right. Was I right in my guess?
Yes, you were correct.
So explain it to everybody.
What was it?
But hold on. Miss Loss, how many of Miss Loss got it correct? So the 3 doctor says the Bill was a brother. Bill says he has no brothers. And if he has no brothers, then the doctors are his sisters. I don't know how I'm supposed.
It's because when I grew up, all the doctors were men, almost all of them. And now there's lots of women doctors. So this joke is a little bit from the past when people always thought of doctors as men. But now I think, honestly, there are more women doctors than men. So it's kind of an old joke. It doesn't work anymore. Okay, thank you very much. Let's go on to, I'm going to share a whiteboard. And I want you guys to help me do some doubling. And I'll explain why in a minute. But up here, I've driven this very ugly chart, but we're going to do it. So right now, help me out. And I don't want you guys to all blurt out. So put it into the chat right now. If we were doubling and we doubled 2, what is 2 doubled? Put it in chat. Okay, I see lots of people saying it's 4. Great. And if we doubled 4, if we times 4 by 2, what is that? Put that in the chat. 4 and 4 is, I see it, it's 8. Nice. Now ask yourself, if we double 8, how much is it? 8 and 8. I see it coming into the chat. Let's make sure everybody's answering. Brianna, get that answer in there. Eli, get that answer in there. Great, I'm seeing 16. Kainoa, you went a step further and said 32 would have been our next one. Nice. This skill of doubling and halving is actually really useful, especially when we're doing this modeling big number multiplication. Let's try this one. How about 3 doubled? What is 3 doubled? 3 and 3 is, quick, into the chat as fast as a bunny. Nice. I see Amadi, I see Liam. Get it in there, Halame. Get it in there, Nora. Okay, 6. 6 and 6 is? Kainoa, stay with us. Don't jump ahead. 6 plus 6, I see people saying it's 12. Good job, Nora. Good job, Liam. Good job, Amadi. Get those in there. What is 12 and 12? What's 12 doubled? I see it popping into the chat. Nice. I like it when you guys put it in chat because when you shout it out, people don't listen anymore. But in the chat, it works for everybody to answer. Nice. Let's go to number 5. What is 5 doubled? Oh, that was a quick one. What is 10 doubled? Woo, you guys are fast. And 20 doubled? Great. Okay. What about 7? What is 7 and 7? 7 doubled. Good. I see Eli got it in there first, but I see other people doing it. Why the question mark? You know that. 7 plus 7, 14. A 7 is made up of a 5 and a 2. So if you add the 5s together and the 2s together, how about 14 doubled? What is that? I see people saying 28. Great. And 28 doubled, it gets a little harder, but if you know how to double your 8s and you know how to double 20, you ought to be able to add it up. 28 and 28. Nope, Kainoa, try again. So the 20s doubled is 40, and the 8 doubled is 16. 40 plus 16. Close. Come on, guys. 8 doubled is 16, and 20 doubled is 40. 40 and 16 makes... I still haven't seen the right answer yet. Come on, guys. Try again. Again, if you double the 20s, that's 40. And you double the 8s, that's 16. 16 and 40 makes. Oh, thank you. Good grief. That one was like pulling teeth. So be careful. If you take a number like that, double this and then double this and then add them together. So let's do 9 now. What's 9 and 9? 9 plus 9? 9 doubled? Yeah, there it comes. I only see one person answered. Oh, there we go. 9 and 9 is 18. It's like doubling 10 and then taking 2 away because it was really 9. Okay, how about doubling 18? Again, this is doubling 10 and doubling 8. You already know what double 8 is up here. So, and you know what double 10 is right here, and you add them together and you get, yeah, 36. Well done. All right, we're doubling 36. We need to double 30 and double 6. What is double 36? Come on, guys. Double 30 is 60. Double 8 is 12. 60 and 12, 72. Nice. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is that we've been doing these big, long division problems. So like 2,788 divided by 68. And we've been doing it by taking the 2,788 and taking away stacks of 168s or 10 68s. So 10 times 68 is 680, right? And we've subtracted it and subtracted and subtracted it. And it just takes a really long time each time you're taking 680 away, right? So one trick you can do is you can say, what if I doubled 680 and instead of 10 of them, I had 20 of them, right? So in this case, you need to be able to double 680 and say, what would 680 plus 680 be? Well, that would be 1360. Well, that's a lot more to take away at one time. So gosh, I'm going to skip this stage. I'm going to go right to the next one and say, I'm going to take away 1360. Well, that's awesome. But you know what? That's a pretty big number there. What if I were to double? This is 20 times it, right? What if I were to double my 1360? Gosh, that would be 40 times it. And that would be 1360 plus 1360, oops, which would be what? Well, that would be the 6's doubled is 12. So there's the 2, carry the 1. The 3's doubles is 6, add 1, 7. The 1 doubled is 2, 2720. Ooh, wait a minute. I'm going to do this 2720, which is 40 times it. I'm going to ignore this because I don't want to do that. That's too slow. 2720 from 2788, if I do that subtraction, I end up with just 68 left, which I know is just one more. Well, now instead of doing all of that 100, 100, 100, Nora, please stop. Nora, please stop.
Oh, wait, am I doing that?
Yeah.
How can I do that?
because you hit annotate, because this is for us to collaborate on. So
Oh.
I've ended up with 41 times 68, and I tried and tested out here, and it comes out. Well, I got to add it together, don't I? 1 times 68 is 68. 4 times 8 is 32. I put the 0 there to hold the place. I don't know why this is being so weird, but whatever. So if I go here and I'm checking my answer now, I want to go back a space. It won't let me. Well, anyway, you can see that this comes out 8. This one comes out 6 plus 2 is 8, 7 and 2, 2788. Check. Fact. So this is a lot faster if you're good at doubling. It's a lot faster than subtracting 10 4 times and having to do all that math when you're subtracting, right? So I wanted to show that to you because it can really shorten your calculations if you start doubling. Does that make sense to you guys? I'm going to stop the whiteboard, close the whiteboard, and I'm going to go into the lesson for a minute. We got to let some people in. Some people just got kicked out. So today's lesson is Math 504. It really isn't very different from the lessons that we had last week. It's pretty much the same.
I got kicked.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's pretty much the same strategy we've been using of dividing big numbers. So we're talking about how the goal of this lesson is to find whole number quotients with remainders of whole numbers with 4-digit and 2-digit divisors. Find whole number quotients without remainders of whole numbers with 4-digit and 2-digit divisors. So some of these are going to have remainders. Some are going to be with decimals. Let's see what it says here. Divide and see with the B. So they want you to estimate and then guess on this one. But the funny thing is, even though they teach you to estimate, they don't really ask you to do that in the assignment. So in this, they're saying 203 is just about what? What do you guys think 203 is pretty close to? It's about 200, isn't it? It's rounded to about 200. And 22 would round to about 20. 200 divided by 20 would be what? 10 times. What's 10 times 20, guys? You're so quiet. Unmute. Yeah, it's 200. So what they're asking you to do here is kind of round it. 203 divided by 22 rounds to 200 divided by 20, which gives you an estimate of 10. Same thing with this. They're saying you would round this to about 180 divided by 60. We know that 3 6s go into 18, so it'd be about 30 or 3. I'm sorry, 3. And this one, 122 divided by 39, that's almost 120 divided by 40. We know we can get rid of the zeros. That's like 12 divided by 4, goes in there about 3 times. So they're just asking you to estimate here. But as I looked around, so they talk about estimating, they talk about removing the hundreds from it. We've practiced all these strategies before, but they are talking about how at the end, you might end up with a little piece left over and you just put the remainder 3 on there. You guys should have covered this last year in math. Give me a thumbs up if you've done remainders with division before. Okay, so that's like saying if you're bagging those cookies and you're putting them into bags of 7 and you end up with 3 cookies at the end, what do you do with those 3 cookies? Well, they're leftovers, so of course you eat them, but they're also your remainder. So we're talking about that when you have some things that are remainders. They're really just reminding you of math. So some of your answers may not come out exactly this time. They're going to come out with remainders. Estimate the quotient and then solve. Remember, step 1 is to estimate because that just helps us make a good guess. If you know your math facts well and you look at this, you'll see that this front number is 32 and that this number is just about 80. Do you know a multiple of 8 that ends up at 32? What times 8 ends up at 32? Come on, guys, let's do some doubling. What's 8 plus 8? 16, and 16 and 16 doubled, 32. So that's 4 8s go into that. So that helps you with your estimating, right? So they talk about the strategy here and then they have you solve, and they're still having you solve it using the repeated
Addition.
subtraction. So again, you can use that doubling to make it go faster. So you're not always taking out tiny, tiny bits. Like in this one, they took out 30 of them instead of 10. So they basically took 790 and they added it together 3 times to get 30 of them. They could have done 40 of them, I guess. By doubling it and doubling it again, you could have taken 40 79s out at one time, because otherwise you're taking 10 out each time and it takes a long time and it's a lot of subtraction. And it's easy to make a mistake on the subtraction. So it's almost better if you can get more of them out in a chunk, if that makes sense. Here they took 20 out. So they didn't always do it with just 10 each time. So again, all you did this lesson is that you practice the same skills you've been doing with the same strategies you've been doing, but you sometimes are going to have some left over. Remember to add your commas when you need to. This one, they want you to do the exact. And then the last thing is a quiz where they have about 5 of these problems dividing big numbers. So I'm going to stop my share. I saw that like one person was done with this one, but that was about it. So everybody else, we need to work on this one. This is 504. It's due tomorrow. I would say work through the lesson today. Make sure you understand it. Do a dream box and then work on getting it done. Okay. So I will make breakout rooms. You can work with a friend if you want, or you can just go do it on your own. Amadi, yes.
Never mind. Can you cross your ID? I'm gonna put in the chat.
Okay, put it in the chat. All right, I'm going to make a breakout room. If you want a partner, let me know. Go in, work on 504, the lesson. If you haven't done 503, please do that one too. And I will come in and check on you, or you can come back to the main room and ask questions, okay? Anybody who wants a partner?
Me.
Eli, do I have anybody who'd like to work with Eli today? I don't think Amoy is in the room right now. I'll tell you what, when Amoy comes back, I'll ask her if she wants to work with you. Okay, Eli? So go get.
I wanted to work with Kainoa.
Oh, yeah, he's got his hand raised. You guys want to work together? Okay. I didn't see your hand up.
Sure. Yeah,
All
I saw
right,
it.
Kainoa, let's move you guys together. Just make sure you're getting the work done. Room 13, I'll move you to 13, Kainoa.
Because I tried to press the raise hand, but it kept.
Doesn't love you. Okay. Anybody who wants to stay with me and work on this lesson too, I'm happy to work through the lesson with you. Okay, so go to your breakout room and work, or you can stay with me and I'll work through the lesson. Do you guys want to work through the lesson with me? Amoy, Nora, and Bree? Nope. Amoy and Bree? Brianna, do you want to work with me? Hi, Nora. Do you have a question?